Hello, everyone. I am Lillie Mae, and this is episode 2 of She's Making Black History today. If this is your first time tuning in, please make sure you go to the glamceo.com. Again, the glamceo.com to subscribe to my email list because I send out grant opportunities, interview opportunities, speaking opportunities, you name it, to help amplify your voice as a Black woman in business. Okay, so today I have Miss Brittany with me. Go ahead and introduce yourself and tell everyone a little bit about who you are.
Sure. Hello, everyone. My name is Brittany McCarthy. I am a development specialist, so I consult with a lot of nonprofits on helping them with their fundraising initiatives throughout the year. And so my life has just been focused on donor development, grants, fundraising campaigns, capital campaigns, all those things that fall under development. And that's where I come in at and help a lot of nonprofits get to where they need to be financially.
Awesome. That is fantastic work because funding is like a number one way to expand a business, to expand impact. So the work that you're doing is extremely important. Now, what would be your advice to women as it relates to getting grants and going through that process? Like any tips you can share with the viewers about that?
When it comes to grants, it's so simple. Answer the question. And I know that sounds like, okay, of course you're going to answer the question. No, like really when funders look for, for opportunity to give out money, they are not necessarily, wanting a full portfolio essay about an organization. They really want you, the question that they ask, they really want you to answer it. They want to make sure that your mission aligns with their mission. And it does not take long. It's also like, it's as simple as doing a pitch, an elevator pitch that we always were taught in college. Like, what is your elevator pitch? You also need that when it comes to grants, right? And you want to make sure that your mission aligns with their mission so that it can be an easy read, and also that they can see that this is somewhere where we would like to see our funding go and we want to support. So always make it very simple, straight to the point, answer the question, and really know where operational use. I find we're working with a lot of nonprofits that they're wanting to fundraise for so much program, but a lot of questions are based on your operations. So how do you operate doing this? And a lot of people fail at really articulating how to operate their nonprofit to get those funding. So really focus in and zoom in and realize what it takes to operate your organization, and that resonates with the programs that you're producing.
Oh, that is great advice. Because I know when someone is the creator of an organization, they do want to share above and beyond, right?
Oh, yeah.
So it's like
they don't want that.
right.
It's nice. You have a nonprofit. That's amazing. What are you doing? Like, how can we support you and, keep that philanthropy rolling? So that it just is such a simple task, but it's actually hard to do.
Right. I can imagine. Now, do you consult with for-profit companies as well? Because I know a lot of my followers, they're entrepreneurs with for-profit businesses and they still need support with getting grants. Do you consult in that area?
I do not consult in that area. And there's a few reasons why I don't, because I feel like for-profits is another big ball to tackle. And it's something that I haven't got my foot wet in, only because there's so much work that needs to be done with nonprofits. And I always work with nonprofits that I align personally with the mission, because I feel like in order to be a great fundraiser, you really have to align with this mission. You have to live the mission. And so I find that I resonate more with nonprofits than for-profits at the moment. And so that's where I've been just focusing on and sectoring in for my career.
Okay, I understand that. Now, tell us a little bit about your journey leading up to where you are now. Like, how did you get started? What sparked your interest in this area? What was the journey like?
Oh, wow. The journey of fundraising. Honestly, I don't even, it's crazy how I landed here. I went to college. I went to Lincoln University, shout out LU, first HBCU. There we go. I was my major was mass communications and anthropology. I had double majored, and I always wanted to be on radio, doing, television, being that personality. But when I graduated, I moved to New York and started really working in media. And it was great at the time, like doing a lot of red carpets, doing interviews. And I realized this is all fun for the glam look, but it really don't make that much money. at all. Like, you know, and so I started working in the governor's office, and I really started working with constituents around the time when Sandy hurricane had happened. And that's where I really found the love for nonprofits that I was working with to help them get funding from the government to help, you know, their communities. And that's where the love kind of came. And then I also kind of look back to when I was in college. I was on the Student Government Association, so we did a lot of campaigns trying to get celebrities to come to our school and get funding, all these crazy fundings. And that's where I really feel like that core of like fundraising, the love of it, I got it from school, of really just hustling to like, oh, we wanted to get Nicki Minaj to come. We wanted to get Rick Ross to come. And we were like really hustling to build that funding and to have these artists here. And I love that part of it. And so I found that love again when I was helping these nonprofits really get funding to help their community of people who have lost their homes. And from then it just transitioned. I started I left the government sector world, and then I started transitioning to more nonprofits, helping them and doing independent schools, also fundraise for hospitals. And I continued that journey with the youth in education when it comes to the nonprofits that I support. And that's kind of where I got where I am now. Through my journey, I have done a lot of capital campaigns, and I've done development strategies for different nonprofits for them to help focus throughout the year. And what I love about the consulting work that I do is really getting people comfortable with fundraising and comfortable with asking for the money that they need for their organization and being successful in it. And when I see the growth of an organization, I know that growth comes from the funding that they were actually able to grow to make these programs big. And just seeing how, you know, you start from something, an idea on paper, seeing it happen in real life and actually seeing the organization grow. That's what I love so much about the fundraising part of it. It's more of a personal thing to me because I love to see.
Uh-oh. Can you hear me? I don't know if I lost you or you lost me. Uh-oh. I feel like we have an interruption on my end. Is it my connection? Uh-oh. Stop being able to hear you. Can you hear me okay? Uh-oh. You were really sharing like your passion and everything, and then you froze on my end. And I don't know if I'm frozen on your end. Technology is so unpredictable, y'all. So unpredictable. It's a blessing, but it's also a challenge sometimes. Let's see. If we lost Miss Brittany, we're going to bring her back. We're going to bring her back. Y'all, technology is a challenge sometimes, but we're going to push through. I'm going to bring Miss Brittany back up in 2 seconds.
Gotta love technology, right?
Got to. It's like such a blessing. And then there are those challenging moments. But we heard you in the middle of just talking about your passion for the work that you do and how you really enjoy making the impact by supporting these nonprofits, and, you know, how your journey led you through, you know, some different pathways, but ultimately you ended up in a place that you're very excited about. And you mentioned how you used to do red carpets and things like that. And I did too. And when you said that, oh, you know, it's not a lot of money in it, that was the truth. Okay.
Right.
Like, yeah, I remember like going to LA for the award shows in New York and, you know, paying my own way to get there. But it looks so glamorous.
Yes, because the crazy thing, I did get to the point in my career in media where they were paying me to fly out to LA and stuff like that. That's how I kind of met a lot of my group of media friends who are still in media. I love y'all doing y'all thing. But I was like, this is all fun, some free trips, but I'm broke.
Right.
Like, I gotta make some money.
Yes, it is definitely a grind. Now, I'm sure along the way in your journey, there were some ups and downs, as it is with everyone's journey. What would be your advice to women who may be in a bit of an uncertain place right now?
Yeah, I would have to say, I want to put this out. Working in development, you do not see a lot of Black women in this field at all. In 2025, it's crazy to say that a lot of the organizations that I have worked with, I have been the first Black woman to ever work in their organization. And that's like so scary to still say that today, that you could be the first Black person in any, in anything that you do. And I think that's a surprising part to me. And what I find is that the uncertainty for me being in this space is I do work a lot with the 1%, because our 1% are our donors. And when you see a name like Brittany Mccarthy, you necessarily are not expecting a Black woman to come up on the screen or to meet you for a donor meeting. And so I have been in those uncomfortable situations where people are uncomfortable with me because of the way I look. They just know my name, but weren't expecting this Black woman to come through. But what I will say, and what keeps me pushing, along with the, just loving the passion of being, of doing the work that I do, but also knowing that I belong here. I belong in this seat. I belong in my position. I belong to have these conversations with you, and to just know that the light that I shed when people are in front of me, that they receive it, even though they feel a little bit uncomfortable, of like unexpected. But it's like, I will always say to Black women, especially in whatever you're doing, especially in this time of uncertainty, that you belong here. You belong to do what the gifts that God has given you. He's giving you those gifts for a reason, and you go ahead and do it. Don't ever let anyone or any battle defeat you from the purpose of your life. My purpose is to continue this growth with fundraising, and I'm gonna keep doing it, and I'm gonna keep pushing, and I'm gonna keep sitting at those seats where people didn't expect a person like me to be sitting there. And I'm gonna tell you, as Black women, to do the same thing. Do the same thing. Do not allow what's happening in these times to stop you. You keep going. You keep going, because you have your own journey. Don't allow the outside noise to interrupt that, because God has a better purpose for you than what's surrounded around you.
Yes, I love that. You belong here. Such a powerful message. Also share how everyone can follow you on social media, stay connected with you. There may be some nonprofit leaders, watching, and they want to work with you. So share all of your information.
Sure. You can follow me on Instagram. I am Miss B McCarthy, MISS.B McCarthy. You will also notice I also do children's book, a collaboration with my daughter that we also sell. So once again,
I think we lost Brittany again. No, we lost Brittany again. Give us 2 seconds to bring Miss Brittany back. We're going to get her contact information, because I definitely want you to stay connected with her. So I'll give you a little pause music while we wait for her to come back. Here, this is the 4th brunch that I hosted in New Orleans. So give it up for me. It's really hard to meet some goals that we have, especially if you have God-sized goals and dreams. And so for me, it would be that, to come home, practice gratitude, and appreciate the small wins on a daily basis.
I'm an attorney, and I'm also a speaker. I just started my speaking business. And my goal is to help people transform their dreams to reality by aligning their faith and action with their vision.
We have friends and family and social media to thank, that we get to see how everyone else is doing and the progress that they're made. But you have to keep the prize in the forefront, right? Setting boundaries, and this can be across all spectrums, whomever it is, work, spouse, family, whomever. And if it's going to put me in a position where I'm doing too much, or if I'm just not in the mental headspace, or even physically in the space to authentically do everything that comes with that yes, then you just gotta tell them, hey, I love you, but I'm not able to do it at this moment.
The next question is, during dry season, how did you maintain faith in your purpose?
I had to learn how to really make God the head of my life.
My name is Anna McGee. I am a real estate associate broker as well as a mortgage broker. So they call me Info because I know every aspect on both sides, whether it's buying property or financial.
Thank you ladies so much for giving your insight. And for other ladies in the audience, if you think you can do the panel, then check with Lillie Mae so that her next event, you can be a panel member as well.
We're back again, y'all.
Now,
Look, she said keep going. Brittany said keep going, and that's what we're gonna do, okay?
we're going to keep going. You will not stop us today.
Oh my goodness. So share your contact information one more time, and we're definitely gonna edit this video so that the replay is not filled with so much technological glitching. Jeez.
Okay. Yeah, you can find me on Instagram. I am at Miss B McCarthy. That's MISSBMCCARTHY. You will also find my email address on there. You can DM me. I respond within 24 hours. Please, if you have a nonprofit and you're struggling with fundraising, please reach out to me. I would love to see how I can help your organization grow in any way.
Yes. Well, thank you so much, Brittany. Number one, for your patience with technology today. It's just glitching on my end, on your end. Like, what is happening?
Right. I don't
in
know.
your
It's
atmosphere
crazy.
today?
Lillie Mae, I just want to say thank you so much for having me today. I am super proud of you. You have an amazing platform, and I can't wait to see how far and how big this platform gets for you, because it is already growing so rapidly, and you should be proud of yourself for this, especially putting Black women on the map. Girl, I am so thankful to have this time with you, and I can't wait to see your journey as it continues to grow.
Oh, thank you so much for those kind words. Thank you so much for your time and supporting nonprofits. I have a few friends that have nonprofits, so I'm definitely going to send them your way as well, because I know they need that support with funding and whatnot. But for those of you who tuned in, make sure you comment below and let us know you're watching. Comment replay below and let us know that you're tapped in, tuned in. Also, like I mentioned, we have some events coming up. So if you're interested in joining us in Houston or during Essence Festival weekend, visit theglamceo.com. And thank you for tuning in to another episode of She's Making Black History Today. Bye, y'all.
Yeah.
All right. I think the stream